All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon from wherever you are joining from. My name is Ebenezer, and I'm the founder of Grow Teams. Perhaps you've been seeing Grow Teams. So, what does Grow Team do? Well, who we are and what do we do? So, we are basically launching a platform which is Grow Teams, and the platform is about training creatives, African talent, and bringing them together as a team so that they can offer businesses services that they need for their business need, right? Because I've realized that a lot of businesses, um, they don't just, in fact, some businesses don't need graphic designers, to be very honest. They don't need designers to work with them. Or who they need to work with them is um, social media manager and a video editor, right? Or social media manager and a content creator and a video editor, right? Those are the things they need, but they don't know because they feel like once you start a business and you have to be posting on social media, the next thing is graphic design. So we've decided to come up with a platform that can bridge the gap and help businesses to gain more opportunities. So delving into today's topic, it's going to be an interesting topic, I promise you, but interesting but hard to come by, hard to take, right? It's going to be a topic which it's going to be an interesting one, but you may not agree with what some of the things I'm going to be saying, some of the things I'm going to be sharing, not because you can't agree, but because it is something that you do not believe in. You have some beliefs that is against what I'm going to be saying, which you have to take it off and probably look and see from my perspective that okay, if I'm saying this, what do I mean, right? So in today's topic, that is not like a topic, like an expression. Your belief is limiting you. Like you want to achieve some things. You see people, there's this question I was asking myself and my siblings recently that I see here people, this one made 500 million. He bought a house of 100 million. He bought a house of 50 billion. And I'm like, he bought a car of 5 billion. And I'm like, yo, where are these guys seeing this money? And I realized that actually it's very easy to make money. It's very easy to get all these things. But there's one thing that is not easy: defining who you are. Those people now that are probably buying houses of 100 million, it might be some people that are born into wealth, or people that around them are people that they are successful and they are like, okay, you too can do this thing. If you can follow this path, follow this path, follow this path. You see the perspective, the mindset, the exposure the person has gotten would make the person achieve that stuff better and faster. Why? Because of the kind of people around and the belief that this thing is possible. Because first of all, you need to settle it within yourself that this thing is possible. It is possible. Settle it within yourself. It's not. See, the moment you begin to say something is not possible, I don't think it's possible. Just forget it that it's going to happen. And this is one thing I myself also am trying. Thank God I'm better now. I've been trying like to believe in the possibility of things, right? And not to hide under the religious cliche that maybe because of God, because of this. There are a lot of Christians that because of this I can't do that. No, the question should be your response towards it shouldn't be I can't do it because of this. It should be if I do it, what happens? It should be um what is going to be God's reaction? Probably you are a Christian and you're like, what is going to be God's reaction towards this thing if I'm going to be doing this thing? So which is something I have wanted to discuss for us so that we will not allow what we have believed to limit us in becoming who we are meant to become, right? And that is going to be leading me to the first thing I'm going to be mentioning. Um, by the way, I would recommend this book. I'll probably attach the link to the book in the caption of this video. Sorry. I'll probably attach the link to the caption of this video. The title is The Secret of Ages. If you read this book, it's going to open to you a lot of things that you believe that is not possible. For example, when you see people that they are called scholars, what's the difference between a scholar and you? It's just that the person believes this problem can be solved, and will find all means to solve it. But you, one trial, that's the end. I can't do this thing. Once you are not interested in something, just forget in the possibility of that thing. That's just the honest truth. Forget that it is possible, right? And that is why I'm bringing towards this first thing. Who are you? Have you discovered yourself? What do you believe in? What are your values? What are those things that determines your what are they calling it? That determines your decisions. See, a lot is going to be at stake if you are not able to answer this question. A lot is going to be at stake. A lot in terms of the decisions you have to take. See, let me say this. It is good to have vision, but vision alone, having the vision alone doesn't mean all of the vision is going to come to pass. It depends on who has the vision and how desperate the person is to fulfill that vision. That will determine your decisions. That will determine your reactions towards it. That will determine your fulfillment. Because you can have this vision that you want to become the president, but because the journey is getting tougher and tougher and tougher, you feel like probably becoming a president is not for me. Let me just settle at becoming a governor. Do you see that? You have the vision, but because you've not really believed in yourself enough, you can't achieve it. You've not really defined who you are, your values. What are those things that constitute your decisions? You need to understand that what you do, what you take, your reaction, your decision is all dependent on who you are. It's all dependent on who you are. And you need to first of all settle that within yourself, that before you can achieve anything, you must define who you are. Before you can achieve anything, you must define who you are. Who am I? Who am I becoming? This is not to talk down Christians, right? This is not to talk down believers. I'm also a Christian, right? But you see, among we Christians, there is this, when they ask you, who are you? I'm this, I'm that. Or used to confess a lot. I'm a child of God, I'm a kingdom, I'm a holy nation, I'm a royal priesthood, I'm a this, I'm a that, and at the end of the day, you will still see that person confessing that I'm a this, I'm a that, doing TikTok video on secular music, doing TikTok video with bomb shots, and the person has come to call herself a king, a priest, a queen, and I'm like, do you really understand what you are doing? Like, are you really sure of what you are saying? Do you understand? Like, this is who you have confessed. That is why it is not what you say you are that you are. It is who you think you are that you are. Because that will determine your decision. If you say I'm a king, inside of you are not a king yet. It is not possible. If you say I'm a lawyer, inside of you are not a lawyer yet. Don't forget it. You are not a lawyer. So that is why you will still end up going back to make a TikTok video with bomb shots and with a secular music, because you are here to believe in who you are. You are here to come out of that belief of, I am not a new person, I am not a changed person. Then I need to act like a changed person. Right? I think I was watching a video recently where the person said, when God wants to change your life, He changes the way you think. It doesn't change the situations around. It only changes the way you think, because the situation will still remain the same. In fact, if possible, the situation will get tougher. But the question is, what are you seeing in that situation? What are the opportunities you are seeing? What are the uh, 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 things you think you can bring out of this situation? Because that will determine what you do, who you are. That will determine these decisions you take. And this is why there is going to be a lot of trouble. There's going to be a lot of trouble. Who are you? Because if the definition of who you are inside of you has not changed yet, then there will not be change of attitude, there will not be change of actions, there will not be change in decisions you make, there will not be change in the quality of people around you. You see some people, they'll come to post on their status, I'm not this, so I don't take shit, I don't do that, I don't say, and all those stuff. And at the end of the day, if you look at them too, it's not as if you've achieved anything tangible. Look at the people around them. There's this adage that there's this is it a proverb or an adage that they used to say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Of course, it is this is the reality of things. This is why there's going to be problem. Is the honest truth. This is why there is still going to be problem, because you yourself, you've not settled it within yourself that you are not a changed person. So for it to become a reality is now tough. It's going to be tough because, of course, you have yet to come out of what you've been in the past to who you are to be in the future. So the question is, who are you? What are you trying to achieve? See, a scholar will continue to be a scholar, not because the person was born a scholar, but because the person just believed that this problem can be solved. In fact, I think it is in the hometown I come from, right? Where the only way, how should I say this now? The people have believed that the only way to probably become successful in the town I come from is that, should I say this? Let me say this. Where I came from, right? People have believed that the only way you can be successful is when you go through hard labor. And whereas these are Christians that they believe that God doesn't want us to go through hard labor. God doesn't want to stress ourselves because He has a good plan for us. He doesn't want us to go through the hassle and pain of trying to struggle on our own to become who we need to become. But whereas they need to understand that this thing has to be balanced, right? Because God has said, this is who you are becoming, doesn't mean it will happen that way. Doesn't mean you won't still go through the pain. It's just that the end of it is going to yield more things better than when you do it on your own, right? So which means that for you to think all you just need to go through is hard labor, then you are wrong. What if instead of going through hard labor, God will just tell you to do something little that would open you to a lot of opportunities, that at the end of the day will make people see that. Don't you know the story of Joseph? From his parent house to the prison, then to the palace. From his parent house to Potiphar's house, to the prison, then to the palace. If you look at all of his journey, he still believed that he will get to that throne. Why did he believe so? Even though he was going through hard labor. So you see that even if you say you have to go through hard labor before you can be successful, if you still not believe that you can be successful, you will just go through the hard labor. And I've seen people toil all day, right? This is not something that they told me, this is something that I've seen happen. I've seen people toil all day, just to work for 7,000 naira. I'm talking about bricklayers. For you that come from a local town, you understand this. a whole family, grown up family man. And I began to question myself, why is this so? Why is this um why is this happening like this? And then I realized that in their young age that they need to believe that these things, that they need to believe that money is not the solution to poverty. They didn't. So eventually they were just working. Probably they were not even working, they were just living their life like the way it comes. They just agree with settling for less. So at the end of the day, even for them to believe that this thing is possible, they couldn't, because they've been limited by their belief, right? They did not understand that money is not the solution to poverty. It is your mindset. What do you know? What do you believe in? What is the quality of your decisions? So with that way, they were not even able to take some decisions that can change their life. They see it as suffering. They see it as I'm wasting time. This is the honest truth. And if you do not understand that money is not the solution to poverty, then it will be very difficult for you to attain a height of success of some of the people that have achieved it today, because they never for once think all they need to make is money, then they will not be poor. No, it is their mindset. So money is not the solution to poverty. Just settle down with yourself that all I need to just do is have money, then I'm not going to be poor. No, money is not the solution to poverty. Money is not. Money is not. It is the quality of your thinking. What do you know? What is your decision? Who do you believe you are? When you hear people have successful businesses today, people are successful in what they do today, it is not that they just stumbled on the success one day. It is because they believe they can do it. They believe that they are meant to become successful in that stuff. So by the time they are doing it, by the time they are taking some decisions, they will not be afraid, because they have dedicated their lives to it. That this thing, I'm going to achieve it. I'm going to achieve it. So which is one thing we need to really understand. Who are you? Your belief dictates your outcome. Your world reflects in your mind, or reflects what you hold in your mind. Those around you. I think I've said it before. The quality of people around you determines the quality of your life, and determines the quality of your thinking. So which means the quality of who you are attracts the quality of people around you. The quality of your decision attracts the quality of the results you get. The kind of results you want to get attract the quality of the success you want. So basically, understand that you decide who you are to become, not the situations around you, not the people around you. In fact, the people around you have a level of influence in you, but you are the one to now determine whether you are to do it or not. You have to do it or not. You've had this adage that they used to say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Of course, the kind of friends you have around you determines who you are. You know, the reason why I had to dwell so much on this topic is because I've realized that we are missing it and we are getting stuck. Have you not seen broke old soldiers? The broke old soldiers that is living beside your house, that fix me, I slap you, that is struggling to even meet his daily need, that is struggling to even eat once a day. When he was still working actively, he was probably balling, he was enjoying life, he was chilling, probably carrying babes, trying to enjoy life. But when he retired, what happened? Nothing. And at the end of the day, he thought money was the solution to poverty, but then realized that no, money wasn't. It was because he did not really discover who he was supposed to be. So even the decisions he was to take, he couldn't. Even the kind of exposure he needed to get, he couldn't. Even the kind of dream that he needed to get, he couldn't. You know, there are soldiers that they only sit in the office, and there are soldiers that are always at the war front. What is the difference between the person sitting in the office and the person in the war front? Change your decision, change your belief. You can achieve it. If not, if you do not understand it, you will not achieve anything. And you think, so Yoruba people will say, orí ẹlẹ́dàá ẹni kò gbà, orí ẹlẹ́dàá ẹni kò fẹ́ ṣoríire, torí ẹni ò ṣoríire. All those, you see all those things, all those lies that you've been told, you better come off it. These things they are limiting you. All these lies that it's because of orí ẹ̀ ò gbà ni, orí ẹ̀ ṣe kíni. Did I say there is no problem? There is nothing like what they call curse of the father's house or mother's house or ogun, like Yoruba used to say. Of course there is. But if you keep believing that you have curse, you have a problem, and there is no solution to it, of course there will never be a solution. So what I'm trying to let you know is that this thing, you can come off it. This problem can be solved if only you can believe that this is who I'm to become. If you can see through another perspective, you believe that this thing is possible. But if not, you will fight the truth until you end up becoming nobody. You end up becoming not successful. And you think that is how your life is designed. No. You are the architect of your life. So you choose to design what you want with it. In fact, the most dangerous weapon God gave man is a mind. In case you don't know, it's the most dangerous weapon, because that is where you take your decisions. And that is where you become who you are before becoming it in reality. So if you do not understand it and know who you are becoming first, then you will fight the truth and you want to fight God, because you will think it is the problems around you, right? So of course I understand that you might have a lot of problems around, challenges, but amidst these challenges, I just want you to understand and realize that who you are becoming is possible to become. What you think you are is possible to become. But if you do not believe that it is possible, if you do not believe in yourself, who you are becoming, then it will be difficult for you to achieve it. It will be very, very difficult. It will be very, very difficult. So I hope you've been able to gain something in this first thing I'll be discussing. I'll be going into the second one, which is, do you believe in yourself? Right? I was going through a post on TikTok. I saw, one of these celebrity on TikTok. I think he just blew, like they used to say, blew. So I saw him on TikTok. He released a song, and a lot of people loved the song. People were commenting on his post that I think he's one of the humble celebrity musician that I was just going through the comment section, and I saw someone said that even if the person said it in pidgin, like, even if na belle, just give me, I just want to be with you. Another person said, even if you are going to take me for granted, I don't mind, I just want to be with you. this sparked a reaction in me that, what exactly is going on? Why are people like this? Why is it that we have so belittled ourselves to the barest minimum, such that we've now seen attaining a height of success as not for everybody, as it's not meant for me, it's just meant for some people? Why is it that people think it is very hard or difficult to achieve something? And I'll say this. The reason is because in their mind, they've settled it within themselves that I can't achieve this thing. In their mind, they've settled it. So even for it to become a reality, no matter how much you advise those kind of people, no matter how much you tell those kind of people that this thing is possible, they can't see it because in their mind they are seeing something entirely different. They are seeing something, they are seeing a person that is not there yet, can never be there, which means, and they is not, this one is not, I'm not trying to abuse or talk down on anybody, I'm just trying to tell you the truth that the fact that you've believed in you that you can't achieve this thing, no matter the kind of mentorship you even have, no, in fact, let your mentor be the one of the best mentor in the world, you can't still achieve it because inside of you, you've not believed in yourself that you can achieve this thing yet. And you need to, even the Bible has said it already now. As a man thinketh, so is he. Your thinking, the way you think, like your daily thinking about yourself determines who you are, determines who you become. So what I'm saying is, see, your subconscious mind, it takes cues. But you need to even understand what your conscious is and what your subconscious is, right? Let me give us a quick definition of, okay, what does your conscious mean? What does the subconscious mean? What does the conscious mean? What does the subconscious? Because if you do not understand this, your subconscious and conscious thinking, then to achieve things will be difficult for you. Subconscious and conscious. Right? The conscious mind is the mind that is aware of things, right? For example, when you sleep and you wake up, your mind is conscious that you are awake. But when you sleep, during the process of sleeping, it is your subconscious mind that tells you that when let's say you want to urinate, your subconscious mind is the mind that wakes you up and says, oh, you're going to urinate. Your subconscious mind is the mind that helps you take some actions without being aware, without having to think about it that you need to take these actions, right? It is like it's working in the background. So it is your conscious mind that gives direction to your, it is your subconscious mind that gives direction to your conscious mind, right? It is responsible for what are they calling it? It is your conscious mind that makes decisions, but your subconscious influences those decisions based on past conditioning, right? Your conscious mind makes decisions, but it is your subconscious mind that makes that influences those decisions based on past conditioning. So if you have a bad past, bad experience, if you've had a lot of bad histories, right, that is the data which your subconscious will be picking its decisions from, which eventually is going to influence your decision as a person, which is going to influence your decision as a person. And this is where a lot of us miss it, right? If you understand that your subconscious is powerful more than your conscious, right, you would pay attention more to your subconscious, right? Because it is your subconscious that stores habit. Consciously, you can say, don't worry, no be hard thing. I go. If you see somebody that is smoking, right, and the person, it becomes hard for the person to stop smoking. It is not because the person can't stop consciously, but because subconsciously, the habit, the emotion, the feeling has been stored such that it is now hard to detach from it subconscious. That's why the person sometimes have to go through what we call deliverance in church. They have to go through a lot of process before the person can stop. They have to say, yeah, you must fast, you must do all these things, because the subconscious needs another data, another what are they calling it, set of experience or data that is needed to be stored, such that the subconscious can now pick decisions from that past data. So if you do not understand this, you will think you will think people are wicked, you think life is wicked. Of course, life is not wicked. You are the one that chooses to be. Right? So who are you? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you can achieve this thing? That is why there is vision. Do you have vision? What is your vision? What do you want to become? See, I understand that it's good to have vision, but the reason why you're having vision is so that your subconscious can always have a data to pick from. That you see this vision, this is what you say you want to become. So it is now that data that influences the decision of the subconscious, such that by the time you want to make a conscious decision, it is now your subconscious that will say, this is what you've dreamt to become, this is the vision you have, this is the what you need to take, this is the kind of decision you need to take. Do you get it now? So if you do not understand this, then you can't achieve anything. So what your mind have not seen yet, it's not possible for it to happen. That is why even in the Bible, remember the Bible says, when you pray, believe that you've received it and give thanks to God that you've received it. It is because God also wants us to ensure that it has happened in our mind. We've seen it in our mind, so that by the time consciously we want to take decisions, we want to act, we will not be acting from we will not be acting from we not knowing that this thing is possible. We'll be acting from we believing that and already seeing that this thing has happened. So all the decisions that we need to now take that would reflect that we've received the answer to our prayers is the kind of decisions we'll now be taking. So I hope you are getting it now. So as a man thinketh, so easy. As a man thinketh, so easy. So now I will be going into the third thing now, that is taking responsibility. Taking responsibility. I hope I'm able to finish this today. Well, of course I should. Taking responsibility. See, before I even delve into this, let me say this. You see, all of you that probably you are the last born or you have siblings ahead of you, and you are thinking, now my siblings are rich, let me wait for them. This is why we'll keep breeding and raising useless and lazy generations, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should not ask your siblings for things. Am I saying you should not ask? Of course, I used to take some of the things that belongs to my siblings. I'll ask them and say, I want to take this. So far, I'm your sibling, right? But you should learn to at least take responsibility. Don't just depend. You need to understand that nobody cares about you. You are the one that cares about yourself. That is why every time you keep asking for yourself. Have you ever sat down one day and asked for yours and say, I want to give you? Tell your sibling that I want to give you money. As a last born, as a younger person, I just want to give you money because I care about you. I just want to do this for you because I care about you. It is very difficult because nobody cares about you. So you too, you only be looking for what cares about you. You have money now, give me money. You have this now, give me money. Nobody cares about you. So the moment you start depending, number one, I understand that your sibling may be like, me too, I want to work so that my sibling will say, my brother too is rich now, can you come? But this is why we keep adding pressure to ourselves, thinking we need to learn to take things easy. See, to achieve things doesn't just happen. To achieve things is very, how should I put it now? It takes time to achieve something really, really solid and something really tangible. And why am I saying this? The moment you start saying, I have siblings now, they provide me money, or you are worried that, in fact, let me even let me even share you a story. So I was inside the bus to campus one day. I was going to campus and I met these three young ladies, right? I think they are freshers because even from the way they were shouting inside the bus, I'm like, yo, you're inside a public transport. Why would you be talking like this? So I was inside the bus. I was listening to what they were saying, and one of the girls said that, you see my phone now, my phone will soon spoil. And I'll be calling my brother. I've been calling my brother that he should send me a new phone, he should buy a new phone for me, but they are not even answering me. Is it until my phone spoil finish before they say they think they know they want to get me a new phone? And a question came into my mind, and the question is, what do you want to use the phone for? The phone she's using can still download documents for class that she probably wants to read, textbooks, all these PDFs. The phone she is using can still do some basic things that would help her through her university. Like maybe it may not be true to her on 400, 500 level, but at least 100, 200, 300 level, she should still be able to manage it. And during those periods, she can be able to even learn something or sell something or even do something to make money, right? Instead of having to wait for their sibling that probably is still struggling to even meet any needs, or even struggle to, maybe that sibling self gone is still trying to gather some money to settle down and do some stuff, be able to be more comfortable, and then probably later can think of buying you a new phone. But she didn't understand. She just jumped to conclusion that is it until they see that my phone has spoiled finish before they give me a new phone. I need iPhone this. I think she was saying iPhone 11 so that I'll get an iPhone 11. So, and in my mind I'm like, I wanted to talk, but I'm like, let me talk. This is the issue. This is the problem you are having. We don't want to take responsibility of who we are becoming, what we need to do to achieve what we want to do. We think everything just happens. Maybe because my sibling is now rich, then I'm rich automatically. You are lazy. Agree. Settle that within yourself. You are lazy. That is why you are depending. You don't need to depend on anybody before you become somebody. Just settle that within yourself. But the moment you cannot even think of taking responsibility, even to think of doing something meaningful with your life will be hard, because all you want is things that come. Having to see this Go My Codes, there is one Go My Codes souvenir I had with me. They said do hard things to enjoy soft life. So they put that, go hard, do hard things to enjoy soft life, to enjoy soft things. Go My Code, one of the brands we know today that people want to learn coding with. And someone is here waiting for her sibling to buy her a new phone or before she can do some things. And I'm like, you are lazy. Just agree that you are lazy and stop waiting for someone to come and buy you what you want. You are lazy. You are lazy. There is nothing to it. Wake up, take responsibility of yourself. I mean, your success is in your hands. It's not even in the hand of your sibling. In fact, today, my siblings are the one telling me that Ebenezer, calm down. Now you are still in school. Calm down. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I should calm down. Okay. But do I need to tell them that I want to calm down? Do I need to be depending on them? That I have siblings that are doctors, pharmacists today that are working with government officials. Like, if it is money, I don't have issue of problem of money. But I can't just settle for their own money. They have their own problem. They have their own family problem to solve. They have their own issue. But does that mean I should now be depending on them? Does that mean I should now get angry at them that because they can't get this for me, then I'm angry at them? No. Take responsibility and stop being lazy. You see that habit, that decision, that thinking that until someone do this for me, until my sibling does this for me, then I won't be able to do it, is why you are not getting the kind of result you want. You have to be intentional about what you create. Stop hiding behind your laziness. Some people, they are Christians, so instead of them to go and work, take up responsibility, they will be in church, pray all day, die. In fact, they want to die on the altar self. But when they work, by the time they start talking, just managing, I don't even know what to do. Take responsibility. Find something doing. Even it is the Bible that says that, seest thou a man diligent in his business. diligent in his business, someone that is taking responsibility of himself or herself, that is diligent is what he is doing, is who God will make to stand before kings and queen and great men, not somebody that is praying on the altar and ends it there without working or without doing or without putting the right diligence in what he needs to do. Be diligent. Be diligent. Stop being lazy. I'm not saying you should not pray, and I'm not talking down on Christians. To be very honest, I'm not talking on them, but you need to understand that, see, taking responsibility is not in doing everything at once. It's in doing one and doing it very well, such that even when unbelievers see what you do, they are like, are you sure you're a Christian? Why is it that there are some Christians today that they want to go to another church? Not because the church they are presently is not good, but because they've not been able to see the kind of success they can model, they can learn from, the kind of people they can learn from, they can network with. That is why they will prefer to go to another church. And you would end up saying it's because they don't want to listen to the truth. No, it's because we are here to take that responsibility that even we as Christians need to take. This is why I'm saying this is not to sound religious, but to let you know that it is not about being religious. It is not about being. Is Elon Musk a Christian? Is he a Muslim? Is he religious? But see, even Christians want to work under him. Is that, look at these guys now. Nothing is stopping us from attaining this kind of level of these guys, but it's because we don't want to take that responsibility. We believe that we don't need to do as much as they do before we reach there. But whereas it's a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. So I'm saying, learn to take responsibility for who you are becoming. So if you don't take there is this adage that says, as you lay your bed, so you lie on it. As you lay your bed, so you lie on it. If you don't take responsibility for who you are becoming, people around you will take responsibility, and at the end of the day, they will leave you. You now become like that Iyalata that is selling pepper, struggling to meet ends meet at their old age, and you will now want people to pity you and say, I shall know me. Don't worry, your story can never be like that, but I'm just saying, learn to take responsibilities. If you are not getting the result you want now, check what do you need to do you must be rugged. You must be rugged. You must learn to take responsibility. You must learn to take responsibility. Things don't just happen like that. It happens from the decisions you made. So I hope you've been able to get that, and this will lead me to the fourth one, which is learning, unlearning, and relearning.